silence isn't quiet. It feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet and move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you. And for that we have each other. All we need is hope. And for that we have each other. And for that we have each other. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll do it 1,000 times again.
Hello, I'm Gabrielle Thompson, Free for Life's Executive Director and CEO. Thank you for joining us at our 3rd annual Liberation Now Gala. While we never expected to host a virtual event, we see it as a beautiful opportunity to have even more of you attend and experience our incredible reach. Tonight, you will get a special look into Free for Life's work and a tour around the globe. You will witness the everlasting impact we have had on so many lives. 2021 is a very special year for us. This is the year we celebrate 15 years as an organization, dedicated to serving victims and survivors of human trafficking. I have spent time reflecting as I prepared to speak with each of you today, and I am in awe at the stories that have been changed forever as a result of Free for Life International. When Free for Life was founded, we were the first anti-trafficking organization in the state of Tennessee, and human trafficking was not yet a point of dialogue in our nation. Over the last 15 years, we have seen a world of abolitionists and concerned citizens come to understand the reality and grips of trafficking and actively pursue justice for those it has harmed. Free for Life was created and continues to thrive today based on the principle that hope can be restored, brokenness can be healed, and that love always wins. Everything we do is centered around those that we serve. We believe that the pain caused by trafficking does not have to live on, and that survivors deserve full and joyful lives. We accomplished this reality through programs that are survivor-focused, ethical, trauma-informed, long-term, and in their core restorative. Our work first started in Romania in 2006. Our founder's passion was sparked for this country, and Free for Life's first program supported a long-term shelter for survivors. From there, we grew to Nicaragua, where we addressed the needs of those who came out of trafficking and needed healing and restoration. We soon found our home in Nepal and India and launched a partnership that focused on ethical rescue along the border and housing for survivors. This became our cornerstone program, rescuing and restoring women and children in some of the poorest parts of the world. Our goal was and remains to provide a home, a place of love and healing for women. Since that time, the organization has grown exponentially. We now have 5 programs: outreach, prevention, rescue, restoration, and scholarships. And we work in 7 countries: Thailand, Nepal, India, Guatemala, the Dominican Republic, Peru, and right here in the United States. But still, we remain true to our deep desire to provide innovative and comprehensive solutions to fighting human trafficking by addressing the gaps in services around the world and focusing on those who need it the most. I would love to take a moment to share the impact of Free for Life over the last 15 years. Each of these numbers represents an individual person with a heart and a soul. Each one is valued and important. Each one is the reason we have dedicated our heart and life's work to this cause. Of the things I am most proud of, I am most proud of our success in fulfilling our mission and vision. We have reached almost 300,000 individuals through our outreach and awareness efforts. In prevention, we have educated over 1,500 service providers using our world-class and one-of-a-kind prevention curriculum, changing the futures of the most at-risk youth right here and around the world. Through our ethical interception program, we have rescued 1,501 individuals, primarily women and children, and now through our partnership in Nepal and India, expanded our support to working in transit monitoring to rescue little boys. We have also remained committed to becoming family for residents who live at our safe homes. And in 15 years, we have provided housing and restorative services to 92 survivors. And our belief in education as a tool for empowerment, independence, and mobility has never wavered. To date, we have awarded 24 international vocational seamstress scholarships and 46 US-based education scholarships to survivor recipients paired with a professional mentor. The power of what we do is in the stories. The stories of those whose lives we touch are what capture the real difference we are making. Stories like Anya, who was trafficked as a child and lived in a brothel in India, but is now living free and employed doing data collection for another nonprofit. Or like Angela, a survivor living in Tennessee who was sex trafficked for 7 years, is now able to pursue her dreams of becoming a social worker. Or in the prevention space, like the foster care practitioners who have reached out to us saying that our prevention curriculum helped them identify and respond to youth that were being trafficked. Or one that is very dear to my heart, like this past year in 2020, working with our Indian partners to conduct a rescue freeing 46 little boys from labor trafficking. The truth is, our work can change the trajectory of an individual's life for generations to come. And there is no greater gift on this earth than knowing that you have made a real difference for someone in need. But our work is collective. It is only done through partnership with people like you. Thank you. Tonight, I hope you'll experience the essence of Free for Life International and the impact you have made possible. I am now honored to introduce Harvey Ma, who joined the leadership team at Free for Life this past year. Harvey is a 19-year sales and marketing veteran. Most recently, Harvey has focused on building Target's marketing capabilities through launching its first in-house media agency, Roundel. Harvey brings invaluable marketing and business experience to our board, coupled with a true heart and passion for making a difference. Thank you for being part of our evening. Have a wonderful time at our 2021 Liberation Now Gala, and please welcome Mr. Harvey Ma.
Thank you so much, Gabrielle, and I am so excited to be here for Liberation Now. Hello everyone, my name is Harvey Ma. I serve on the board of directors for Free for Life International, and I chair the marketing committee. You know, over the past 2 decades, I've been laser focused on chasing a career in fast-paced corporate America. And about a year ago, I wanted to take those skills and translate them into an organization that was really making a big impact across the world. For the past 15 years, Free for Life International has emerged as one of the leaders in the anti-trafficking space. And over the next 15 years, we will continue to see Free for Life grow in its efforts to eradicate human trafficking across the world. You know, through a range of programs starting from prevention to rescue to restoration, More women and children have been helped than ever before, but we couldn't achieve those successes without your generous support. In 2020, because of you, we were able to reach over 73,000 individuals through outreach and awareness. An additional 328 service providers were educated through our anti-trafficking curriculum. 135 individuals were rescued through our partnership in India. Think about that for a second. 135 lives changed forever. And through expanded support through our transit monitoring program, many of those were men and boys. We were able to expand support more than ever before for our long-term safe home in Thailand, and we were able to award 22 scholarships to recipient-based survivors while also completing the development of our first ever mentorship program. That was a lot. As Gabrielle mentioned, through the wake of a global pandemic, Free for Life was able to keep its doors open and extend its program reach. And again, through our themes of prevention, rescue, and restoration, Free for Life really seeks to identify and fill the gaps where the work is needed most in the world of human trafficking. One of the strategies that's worked the best for us is to equip and strengthen communities through outreach and awareness. And by developing a network and community of concerned citizens who feel equipped and empowered to potentially identify and assist human trafficking situations around them. One of our curriculums, which is unique and cutting edge, is the targeting of at-risk youth across languages and cultures, and really equipping them with the skills and tactics to establish healthy borders, safe support networks, and to prevent, identify, and respond to those potential human trafficking dangers. Another strategy is through very highly effective and also ethical methods of rescue called border and transit monitoring. More than 1,500 women and children have been rescued through our partner, Love Justice International, between the borders of India and Nepal. As I mentioned earlier, Free for Life, we partner with a long-term safe home in Thailand, home of New Beginnings. And at Beginnings, women and girls live in a family-style environment where there's no time limit to their recovery. We really encourage survivors to stay until the completion of their education, which we know is an important step towards ending multi-generational slavery in that region. And finally, Free for Life provides one of the only survivor-focused scholarship programs across the country. And through this program, we really walk hand in hand with these recipients as they work with a trained and trauma-informed mentor to professionally assist them through educational development and also equip them to prepare for their first step into their new life of freedom. So it is my honor, everybody, to introduce you and let you hear directly from our program partners and our colleagues across the world to give you a glimpse into the lives that you have changed through your very generous support. Thank you so much, and I look forward to working with you in 2021.
Hi everyone, my name is Patricia and I'm from Dominican Republic, and this is such a blessing to me. I'm learning a lot about my country and how traffic is working here. It's a new information for me because we are not used to hear that kind of things in the news. Even in the newspaper we don't have that information, so I appreciate all the work that you are doing for help people that is going through this. Thank you so much.
Hey guys, I would like to share a little bit about the workshop we had about human trafficking, and it is very interesting to see the different way we can figure out when someone wants to traffic someone, you know, and yeah, it was very interesting, and I hope and pray I can learn more about this kind of workshop, because that helps our kids, our families, and we can prevent a lot of things.
Hi! This prevention curriculum is so important, and I wish that everyone would do it because it teaches us how to prevent it. So my wish for everyone is that we'll learn how to prevent human trafficking, because it's something so real and it's around the world. And we need to do something. We just cannot just sit and watch and not doing anything. You can do it. Just learn about it and come about it.
Hi everyone, I'm here in India standing with the incredible transit monitoring staff behind me that is working in Panitanki, India to stop human trafficking from Nepal into India. And without these individuals and without you, we could not help in human trafficking in this region. And we say thank you to you and thank you for these wonderful team members that are working every day to help rescue these individuals.
เป็นเรื่องของเด็กๆว่าก่อนค่ะเด็กๆที่บ้านคือมันท้าทายใจแล้วว่าเราจะอยู่สู้กับเด็กๆไหมเพราะว่าน้องแต่ละคนมาไม่เหมือนกันมาที่ไม่เหมือนกันแล้วว่าเขาความซนความดื้อของเขามันต่างกันแล้วก็มันท้าทายใจแล้วว่าเราจะดูแลเขาได้ยังไงอะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะแต่ว่าสิ่งที่ทำให้เราไปได้ก็คุณแม่ค่ะหนูโอ้ยน้ำตาไหลก็หนูแบบมีตัวอย่างเขานะครับว่าเขาโดนมาแบบคุณแม่รู้จักเด็กมากี่รุ่นรุ่นที่แบบดื้อกว่าเราก็มีอะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะเราแบบแบบผู้หญิงคนนี้สุดยอดอะไรอย่างเงี้ยเราก็แบบเราอยากสุดยอดเหมือนเขาอะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะเรามีตึกที่จะทำเบกกิ้งสตูดิโออะค่ะเราก็มี2อย่างแล้วงานเราควบคู่กันเราอยากทำตึกช่วยสาวๆเพื่อให้สาวๆมาเรียนทำขนมแล้วก็อีกใจหนึ่งเราก็ต้องดูเด็กที่เหมือนข้อแรกที่พูดไปว่ามันอาจจะมีความเหนื่อยขึ้นมาแล้วยิ่งเรามาเจอความเหนื่อย2อย่างพร้อมๆกันเนี่ยเราจะทำได้ไหมพอทำไปสักพักเนี่ยมันผ่านไปมันเริ่มเรียบง่ายมันเริ่มแบบมันไม่ได้เรียบง่ายแต่ว่าคือมันไปได้เรื่อยๆแล้วเรารู้สึกว่ามันทำให้เราเก่งขึ้นเรื่อยๆค่ะขอบคุณพระเจ้าสำหรับโควิดถึงแม้ว่าโควิดจะไม่ได้ทำให้เราสุขภาพดีแต่ว่าโควิดเนี่ยทำให้เราแบบว่ามาตั้งซิลเวอร์พาเลทขอบคุณที่เกิดซิลเวอร์พาเลทที่นางดินจีตรงนี้เพราะว่ามันเป็นแหล่งที่แบบมีคนเยอะเป็นแหล่งเรสซิเดนต์นะคะที่อยู่แบบว่าคนจะมากินเยอะแล้วเด็กที่บ้านก็ถามหนูบ่อยว่าพี่เนี่ยหนูอยากทำงานพิเศษจะทำอะไรเราก็ไม่กล้าให้เขาไปใช้ชีวิตข้างนอกที่มันแบบอันตรายเกินไปเพราะเราไม่สามารถโปรเทคเขาได้ตลอดแล้วก็ที่เนี่ยซิลเวอร์พาเลทก็จะเป็นที่แบบว่าช่วยเขาได้เขาก็จะมีเงินเก็บของเขาสิ่งที่เขาอยากได้แล้วเขาก็จะรู้ว่าการทำงานเนี่ยเป็นยังไงการใช้ชีวิตข้างนอกเนี่ยเป็นยังไงแล้วก็ขอบคุณสำหรับเบกกิ้งสตูดิโออีกตึกหนึ่งของเราที่เกิดขึ้นมาเราจะทำให้สาวๆเนี่ยมีรายได้มากขึ้นขอบคุณสำหรับความคิดสติปัญญาที่บางทีมันก็หนูเป็นคนที่ดีไซน์ไม่เก่งแต่บางทีมันก็เรื่องนี้มันน่าจะเป็นอย่างนี้อย่างนี้แล้วก็แบบเราทำงานกับคุณแม่กับทีมเราอย่างเงี้ยค่ะเรารู้สึกว่าเราโคกันได้ง่ายขึ้นเราพูดกันได้ง่ายขึ้นแล้วมันก็ออกมาเป็นแบบตึกนี้ที่นี่อะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะแล้วพอเห็นความสำเร็จแล้วมันแบบรู้สึกประทับใจมาก
This scholarship has helped with my tuition and my goals of receiving my bachelor's degree. Since my last university and semester of school was not very successful and followed by my trafficking experience, being granted scholarships through the college was difficult when I chose to come back to school after a year off. I prefer not to take loans out and am attempting to make it through my undergrad paying out of pocket with no debt as I hope to continue to get my master's. Free for Life made this personal expense a much lighter load and gave my education the kickstart it needed.
Free for Life International is so much more than an online presence. For the past 3 years, Free for Life International has been a big part of my healing, restoration, and even furthering my education through the scholarship that they offer. I have found amazing relationships within Free for Life International that I know are true and long-lasting. They love me for me, without judgment, and in all ways try to help. I say all of this as a survivor of over 20 years in life. I never in a million years thought I would be finishing my bachelor's, but I am now with Free for Life International's help, and I only have 1 year left. They believed in me when I was still questioning if I could go back to school. I am truly loved by this organization, and I know that not by just their words, but by their actions. If you are thinking about donating to this amazing program, know that the money that you donate will be used to help another survivor like myself.
I am forever grateful for the support I've received from Free for Life International. The support has lifted the burden of my fears of not being able to complete my degree due to financial obligations. As a result of the scholarship, I am 1 class away from receiving my degree this spring.
What Free for Life International has done for me is given me the opportunity to chase my dreams. They have provided me a way to continue on the long road ahead of me by offering financial help as well as personal growth. Thank you for all you do and are continuing to do by supporting survivors to be able to reach our goals.
Hi everyone, my name is Bridget Johnson and I am the Director of Development at Free for Life International. When I joined the Free for Life team this past summer, I had no way of knowing just what was in store. I am constantly humbled and blown away by our incredible program partners. As you can see from the videos you've just experienced, Free for Life's impact truly touches so many corners of this world. But the work done on the ground would not be possible without these men and women who devote themselves entirely to the greater good. Your continued funding and support of these programs and our partners does not go unnoticed. You can continue walking alongside us in this mission by taking a moment this evening to give to these programs. Just $50 protects 1 child from being trafficked. $100 will cover all transportation costs of safely bringing a rescued survivor from a border station to a shelter. $300 can provide a week of groceries to our safe home in Thailand. And finally, you can cover the costs of books and supplies of a scholarship recipient for $600. These funding levels are, of course, just a few examples, but I'd like to remind you that in this fight for freedom, every dollar counts. The engine that is Free for Life could not run without the support of our community. It is only through the dedication of community members like you that Free for Life can remain a leader in the anti-trafficking field. Generosity, whether through funding, volunteerism, or even staff support, is the driving force behind our programs. And what better way to understand that generosity but to hear directly from members of the Free for Life family.
Hello, my name is Amy and I work as a mentor to sex trafficked survivors with Free for Life International. I personally grew up in and around the sex industry and was fortunate enough at a young age to escape and create a new life for myself. Because of my background, I have the distinct honor of being able to relate to other survivors. in that way. For me, it means the world to be able to walk alongside, process life with other survivors, help them professionally. And for those reasons and many, many more, I'm very excited to be part of Free for Life's mentorship program.
Very grateful to take this opportunity to say thank you to Free for Life International. In my ministry, in our organization, we were able to work with Free for Life International to bring this material, this content to all of our partners. And it has been an incredible thing that we've seen that has produced a lot of good fruit in raising awareness of human trafficking in Latin America specifically. And they have definitely become our go-to organization in this realm of human trafficking. We're very grateful and look forward to the future of how we can continue to partner, look for different ways that we can collaborate and bring this incredible material to different parts of Latin America. Fewer children can be trafficked. And people can play a greater role in preventing that from happening. So we're just very grateful, and I'm thankful for all of the work that is done there.
Hey everybody, this is Greg Busick of the Retail Orphan Initiative, and we're so thankful to be considered a partner and a donor of Free for Life. We truly believe in the work and the work that's saving lives by not only rescue, but also in the curriculum and the prevention. And we're just so thankful to be a part of that, and we have for the last 9 years, and it's expanded throughout our organization to make a difference in far beyond just Free for Life in terms of prevention by spreading the word and spreading the curriculum to save lives going forward. So we're thankful for you, thankful for Free for Life, and thankful for this partnership.
Free for Life me ha inspirado a saber que un cambio en el mundo es posible, que la trata de personas se puede prevenir y también puede disminuirse. He aprendido que prevenir la trata de personas no es tarea únicamente de las personas en el gobierno o en el poder, que también está en mis manos y que yo puedo hacer la diferencia desde mi hogar, desde mi profesión, y que puedo ayudar a prevenirla no únicamente en mi persona o en mi familia, sino en mi comunidad e incluso en mi país. Me ha inspirado a saber que juntos podemos luchar contra la trata de personas y hacer que cada día menos personas sean víctimas de esta terrible situación.
Hi, my name is John Ampuma. In 2018, I joined Free for Life International Organization as an intern. Free for Life International Organization means a lot to me because born and raised in Ghana, and before I joined Free for Life International, the language of human trafficking was foreign to me. Thanks to Free for Life International Organization, today I am able to educate my family and friends back home in Ghana about human trafficking and ways to detect and prevent this heinous crime. Thank you.
And we were seeing a need for it here in Peru, where we're working to really support vulnerable populations of all kinds, primarily focused on orphanages, but we've just seen how that ties into the entire population of vulnerable peoples. And trafficking is just a really big issue for kids, both in care and as they age out. When they turn 18, they don't have those supports, they don't have that knowledge of what the world is like in many ways. And so we just saw this huge opportunity to host the Free for Life training and bring together government agencies and orphanages and schools here in Arequipa, Peru, and get them educated on how they can train their kids to prepare them to just to be aware of what could be around them in life. So since partnering with Free for Life, I personally feel better equipped, and I know that several of the organizations that were represented at the training have felt better equipped as well.
Hi everybody, my name is Caitlin and I am a Free for Life International ambassador. I chose to support this organization because part of healing is really beginning to believe in a future that is greater than the story of our past, and this is so important for victims of human trafficking and survivors being able to believe in their future, and Free for Life International provides so many ways for this to happen.
Me he sentido extremadamente inspirada
por la capacitación para la lucha contra la trata de personas. Y creo que el poder capacitarme, el poder aprender cada vez más y que me siembren esa semillita que hace que yo quiera seguir aprendiendo y seguir investigando y utilizar los recursos de Free for Life y después compartirlos. Creo que eso es algo muy importante para mí y que ha ayudado muchísimo en mi caminar diario con mi familia, en mi caminar diario en mi ministerio. Parte de mi trabajo ministerial es con familias del corazón, con familias con hijos adoptivos, con hijos de acogimiento temporal, y hay muchas cosas que he aprendido en las capacitaciones de Free for Life que me han servido para asesorar a estas familias, para poder darles apoyo. Definitivamente estoy agradecida por el trabajo que hace Free for Life, empoderándome a mí y empoderando a muchísimos para poder continuar con esta lucha.
So I chose to connect our organization with Free for Life International because I have such a strong value for the mission and the values of Free for Life, and I saw how this prevention curriculum was really going to fill a gap for our organization. The training curriculum truly made a really valuable impact on our organization. It has given our staff a lot more confidence to be able to recognize human trafficking when it's happening, and I feel like our staff is much more confident in having the tools and the resources available that if they needed to intervene in one of those situations, that now they have that. The training that Free for Life provided put practical resources and information into the hands of the people who need it most. I'm so grateful that our youth are receiving the information they need in order to be educated on their risks. And I feel really hopeful that this information is going to be really valuable in reducing some of their vulnerabilities.
Hi, my name is Lakithia Anderson, and I am so honored to be a part of Free for Life International because I am a firm believer of freedom and justice and equality for all, and Free for Life International embodies all of those things. The Free for Life International mission is so unique because it not only focuses on the rescue of human trafficking victims, but on prevention and monitoring and shelter and lifelong learning. Education is so important, and Free for Life International has made it a part of their everyday mission to not only educate communities, but to offer various educational opportunities to survivors so that they can enrich their lives.
Es un gran privilegio, es un gran honor hablarles sobre Free for Life. Hace aproximadamente 5 años que conocí aquí en mi país a la directora Gabriela. Ella vino acompañada de otros hermanos y amigos muy profesionales a tratarnos el tema de la prevención del tráfico humano. Fue como que se nos abrieron los ojos a darnos cuenta de que estábamos precisamente rodeados de personas que podían ser víctimas de este tráfico. Algo muy impresionante. Así que nos cambió la vida, nos cambió la visión, aprendimos tantas cosas y agradecemos al Señor de que Free for Life está en República Dominicana y seguirá instruyéndonos sobre los siguientes temas que van a ayudarnos a prevenir este y otros males que tienen que ver con el tráfico. Así que muchas gracias a Free for Life, muchas gracias a su equipo, Gabriel, y a todos por ayudarnos. Que Dios les bendiga mucho y nos vemos pronto.
Hi, my name is Lauren. I've been with Free for Life for many years now, and being a part of this team has been so rewarding and so fulfilling in every aspect. Not only is the leadership and other people who work in the organization so empowered to make a difference in the lives of those affected by human trafficking, but they just are wonderful humans as well. Not only that, I love every single day being able to know that something little that I did has made a difference in the life of a young girl or a young boy or somebody who potentially could still be victim of trafficking or formerly a victim of trafficking. And just nothing better than working for Free for Life International.
Hello, my name is Matthew Morris, and I've been a part of the Free for Life family since 2009. And as a follower of Jesus Christ, I felt compelled to help those who are trapped in slavery. Also, Jesus Christ came to set the captives free. So I want people who are trapped in slavery to be free like I'm free, like others are free. Free for Life has made a huge impact on my life and has changed it for the better. Please consider supporting Free for Life today.
Hi, my name is Olivia, and I chose to work with Free for Life. I actually had been interested in helping a nonprofit organization creatively. I'm a copywriter, I work for an advertising agency, and it was just something that I felt called to do. Especially during COVID and the pandemic, I wanted to use my skills to really help someone else in need. And they were really able to help me understand human trafficking on a level that I don't know I would have been able to had it been a larger organization. And I feel like we have a partnership made forever. We can continue reaching out if we need to. And they're just the nicest people doing such amazing work, and I'm so glad I was able to help them.
Hi everyone, this is Sharon. I lead the Love Justice International team based in New Delhi, India. I just want to say a huge thank you to this growing partnership that we have with Free for Life International. Thanks to your contributions, we have rescued over 600 victims in just over a year, with 97% of them being minors. We just really value this partnership and are grateful for all that you do. God bless you.
Thank you to all of the members of our Free for Life community. You are the reason we have not only made it through a global pandemic, but have continued to grow and evolve to better serve victims and survivors of human trafficking around the world. Thank you for being a part of this family and for allowing our important work to continue. You have empowered each woman and child's safety, restoration, and healing. In addition to our current supporters, Free for Life has been working toward expanding our local reach. Being based in Nashville has been a huge blessing as opportunities for collaboration seem endless. Nashville's natural instinct toward volunteerism and giving fit hand in hand with our goals of touching more lives each year. With the perks of being located in a music city, we have had the good fortune of meeting many talented artists who share our vision of freedom for all and hope to contribute to realizing this vision through spreading awareness and inspiration. One such artist, Dylan Brady, has joined us this evening. Originally from New York, Dylan moved to Nashville almost 5 years ago to pursue his passion for songwriting and performance. Since his move, he has found success through signing with both Columbia Records and Sony ATV. He recently released his much anticipated single, Don't Love a Girl, on January 22nd to all music platforms. Diagnosed with Tourette syndrome at age 13, Dylan found surprising relief from his symptoms when he would play music. His drive to make a difference in the world began through working with young kids to help them feel included despite their differences. Dylan is a champion of the most vulnerable and has asked to share his own message of hope tonight through music.
What's up, y'all? My name is Dylan Brady, and I'm so honored to be here tonight for this incredible cause. Free for Life's mission has inspired me to look outside myself in the search of making a difference in other people's lives. So I hope you feel inspired to do so as well. I'm going to be playing 2 songs for you guys tonight. The first song is a song of mine I wrote called Green. I actually wrote it with my girlfriend at the beginning of this pandemic. And we wrote it because, the world was standing still, literally. And I think sometimes we can feel like that, like our world is standing still, or life is standing still, or it's not going our way. So we wrote it because one day that changes, and it all gets better. Just like every red light turns green. So it was like this. Now I don't know much, but I've learned a little. Like every heartbreak sucks, but they all get better. Every kid's gonna cry more than once to their mama, but she'll know just what to say. And even though there's gravity, people still fly planes. 'Cause there's green grass is gonna grow after cold winter months. 'Cause the sun starts shining. Spring, if rain's gonna fall, it's okay after all. We We all gotta go through seasons, and they'll happen for a reason. There's always a day after a night, always a good and a goodbye, and every red light turns green. Money don't grow on trees, but you can always climb them. Your glass might be half empty or half full with the silver lining. Heavy hearts for all the hearts that stop beating, but thank God for another angel in heaven. Everybody's got a sad story, and I swear if you listen, there's green grass is gonna grow after cold winter months. The sun starts shining in spring, and rain's gonna fall, but it's okay after all. We all gotta go through seasons, and they'll happen for a reason. There's always a day after a night, always a good and a goodbye, and every red light turns green. Oh, they all turn green. If it feels like the world's ending, just give it a minute. 'Cause there's green grass is gonna grow after cold winter months. 'Cause the sun starts shining in spring. Your rain's gonna fall, it's okay after all. We all gotta go through seasons, and they'll happen for a reason. There's always a day after a night, always a good and a goodbye. Every red light turns green. Oh, they all turn green. Green. Thanks, y'all. So the second song we're going to sing for you guys tonight is a song that I did not write called Rise Up by Andre Day. And it's a beautiful song, and it's similar to Green in the fact it's about when the world isn't going your way, or life isn't going your way, or you're broken down and tired, that one day that can change and you can rise up. So I really appreciate you guys letting me be here tonight and play some songs for you guys. I hope you enjoyed them. And this is called Rise Up. You're broken down, tired, living life on a merry-go-round, and you can find a fighter that's seeing you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountain, move mountains. I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the waves, I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you. When the silence isn't quiet, it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. I know you feel like you're dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains, move mountains, and I'll rise up, I'll rise like the rains, I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, ready to rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And we'll rise up, high like the waves, we'll rise up, despite the ache, we'll rise up, we'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you, Dylan. What a beautiful way to share the message of hope this evening. As you all know, hope, healing, and restoration are some of the greatest desires for the survivors we work with at Free for Life. My name is Katie Thompson, and I'm the Operations Supervisor at Free for Life International. I joined Free for Life 5 years ago as the first employee under Gabrielle's leadership. It has been an absolutely inspiring ride of expansion and growth since then. During this time, we have had the honor of working with survivors and walking alongside them in their new lives of freedom. We were recently fortunate enough to meet Michelle L. Michelle is a mother, amateur chef, and a survivor, and she has graciously joined us this evening to share her insights into the world of trafficking. Michelle shared with us her hopes of spreading awareness and education on the dangers and red flags of human trafficking in saying, be aware of the signs to look for in a troublesome situation, and knowing who to not associate with are just small parts of living a healthy and safe life. Organizations like Free for Life exist to help those like me, to educate, to prevent these things from happening. I'm grateful for Free for Life's support in my healing journey of finding hope through restoration. We are honored to know you, Michelle. I would like to now introduce Michelle L. and Gabrielle Thompson.
Tonight we have the distinct honor to sit and hear from Michelle. And over the last year, we've been able to develop a relationship, and truly through that time, she was so inspiring to me. And I felt like it would be an incredible gift for everyone that is viewing tonight to hear from Michelle and to hear her heart. So thank you so much for being here this evening with us.
Well, thank you, Gabrielle. I really appreciate you introducing me to everybody. Hello. And, you know, I'm just so thankful to be here and be a part of this organization. It means the world to me.
Thank you. And it really means the world to us to have you be a part of it. And so I'd love for you to share a little bit about what inspired you to sit with me and have this conversation today.
Okay, well, you and I, we've been talking for months now, and I feel like I've actually grown a friend within you. And I was inspired just because I want to do more for the world. This world is a scary place, and I think that it's really important that we all work together and can come up with a plan of action and how we're going to address all these issues. I think that that's important for us. So I was inspired by going through the same thing that most of these victims have gone through. And I just want to be there for them and help. I was a cheerleader. I was really good in school. I didn't have a drug problem. I didn't have a family that was abusive. I didn't have the normal stereotypical background of a victim, as they would say. You know, I was somebody that was completely different. I was really good at school. I was really good with my cheerleading. I was winning competitions. I was about to go to the Pro Bowl to do those things. So I think that, and you know, I know some of the other girls that were also in my high school that fell into the same trap, and they were in the drama club. They were people that I knew, they were the cheerleaders of the high school. It happens to everybody, and it's not just these people that have a drug background, or their family is, poor. It happens everywhere, and I think that's what people don't know. I don't think they realize that this is all over the place every single day. It's in school. It's actually happening in school. It's happening outside of school. It's happening at your parents' friends' houses. It's happening everywhere. So we just need to become more aware in letting everybody know that it does happen, and it's not just it's not like I'm gonna pick this one person because of this reason. It's like it's everybody. When I was younger and the whole Epstein had happened right beforehand, the girl that asked me to go, that was my friend, she had told me she would beat me up if I had mentioned this conversation between her and I to anybody. Being that age, you don't really understand, that is a sign, but I think that is a sign if somebody doesn't want you to talk. If people are just very intrusive in the wrong way, those are all signs. People that you don't know, but people that you do know. It's kind of hard to tell what are the signs, because you have to be put in a certain situation in order to figure out. Like, you can usually get a vibe off of people, but being a child, you may not know those signs are out there. So really, it's really difficult to tell what a sign would be. Just being in your personal space, maybe, without you giving them that permission, and knowing to have boundaries set up for yourself of where people can't cross those lines with you, of being too personal. That was the way that they would be able to tell, like, what Epstein and Maxwell and all of them, what they would be able to tell was they would go on a subconscious level into a person's mind. They would try and figure out what they needed, what they wanted, how they could give it to them, and that was how they took advantage of these women and young children. They would just go fully in depth as to, like, for me, it was more so like, when I was there, he was asking me questions about, my sex life, boyfriends, my friends, like trying to just get an idea. Like, he was asking me a million questions, and I wasn't even asking any questions. I was just constantly going with what he said. Yes, I felt uncomfortable completely. But when people are asking those questions that you feel make you feel uncomfortable, like you were saying with the intuition, that does tell you a lot.
What has it been like speaking out as a survivor?
It's actually been a little bit overwhelming, but it has also been very relieving, because I was so worried. I was so worried what the world would think of me. I was I was actually terrified, because there are certain circumstances around my life that I try to protect. I try and protect my child. I try and protect myself, where I live. I didn't want anybody to know all of those things and all that information. But coming out as a survivor, it has been so heartwarming to me. Like, there have been so many people that have just, like, messaged me from all over the country, wanting to know, how did you do it? How did you come out? How did you talk to people? And then they tell me their stories, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is great. Like, yeah, I want to know more. What has happened? And the thing is that all they want to do is they want somebody to listen. That's what matters more than anything, is just somebody listening. I have a therapist that I talk to, and just getting it out of me, has been the most beneficial thing. Just telling my story so often, I feel like I work through different things every single time I go back over it. So I wanted to thank the whole world for accepting my deepest, darkest secret, and not tearing me to pieces because of it,
I think, when I think back to the first conversation that we had, and I told you I thought you were so brave and so strong because of you stepping out, coming forward, and dealing with the fear of that, because I don't think that fear is off base. That was so bold and courageous of you. And you did that for others.
Thank you for that. It was very, very difficult for me to come out and talk to the public, and not so much just getting it out of me and talking to a therapist or talking to a parent or a friend, but it was more difficult trying to talk to the whole world. And I didn't know it was going to be the way that it turned out to be. But I felt that there was something inside of me telling me, this is what you have to do. You have to share this with the world because it will help thousands of people's lives, and that is what I want to do. I really want to help people. I want to let them know that they're not alone, because the worst feeling in the world is having something happen to you and feel like you are completely by yourself and you can't talk to anybody. Because when this happened to me, I told one person, and I told her not to tell anybody else. It was my best friend. And, I couldn't tell my parents. I couldn't tell my family. I couldn't even tell the police. The police came looking for me at my house. So, when you feel like you can't share something, it just sits inside of you and it boils, and it just makes you do things and say things that you wouldn't normally do and say, because you're still trying to protect yourself in this big secret behind it.
And I think that the secrecy itself is what can start to deteriorate the human spirit. And I think even within Free for Life, one thing I say to my team is that our job is to believe and hold space for the women that we work with. Believe everything they say and let them share, and we are there to hold space and support them. And I think that is kind of what you're saying, that so many women just want the opportunity. They don't know where to go to have that safety, but the fear of it, the shame of it, it's entrapping. It's fully entrapping. And that's why I think, again, it's so incredible that you pushed through that space to be able to say, the ability to make a difference in other people's lives and to impact other women is actually more important to me than sitting in this space of fear and shame, which of course none of it was your fault at all. And to free that, to give that freedom.
Yeah, that is where I'm at right now. Currently, I'm trying to give the world a piece of freedom, because they all deserve that. These women, these children, I remember you telling me one of our first conversations that the youngest trafficked, I think it was a little girl, was 4 years old. And I was blown away. I was like, this is all that they would know, and that, to me, just to either talk to them or be there for them, that is what's important, and I really just want to thank you for doing the things that you do on a daily basis.
There can be so much shame when we attach our own abuse and hurt to our identity. And I really believe that any of that can be a part of our story. It's a part of what makes us who we are. but it is not our identity. And it is not the identity of any of the women and the people that we serve. And even just to touch on the scholarship program, that's exactly why we created it, because we want to honor the experiences that they've been through, but to say your identity does not have to sit in this place. You can be exactly what you want to be. You don't have to live attached to what happened to you in your past. And obviously, like what you're doing, some people use it and they're like, I feel empowered by sharing. I feel like I can make a difference in other people's lives. And then others, they want to be private and they want to say, I don't want to share that, but I do want to have this new identity where I'm not carrying that around with me every single day.
You're absolutely right. Oh my gosh, you know, you don't want to be defined by something terrible that happened to you in your life. You want people to see the person that you are on the inside. And, you know, with that program, with the scholarship, you know, that gives us the opportunity to pick and choose, okay, I get to be somebody else. I get to be what I want to be.
Yeah.
And that's so important, instead of like, oh, you're a victim.
Yeah.
You know, we don't even call ourselves victims anymore. We're survivors, and we survived. You know, our perpetrator. We survived him, and we're out here to conquer the world and take back what was stolen from us. You know, our innocence. We want to take that back. We want to do this for everybody out there, you know, not just ourselves. And that's what your organization does. It helps everyone out there. We're out there, we're finding our own way of justice now. And, you know, there's certain things that make us feel better, and this is one way, you know, going out there. Some of the girls, they want to go out there and they want to talk out loud on TV. They want to talk and do all kinds of interviews and things like that. And some of them, they just want to be in their own homes, in their own life, with a regular job and all that. And then there's, you know, I'm over here, I'm trying to do like the groundwork, and I'm trying to give the regular person, average Joe, the voice. You know, that is what it's about.
It's interesting with what you said, because working with some of the other survivors that we have worked with, they've shared with me that if one person, while they were being trafficked, would have said, is everything okay? Then that would have actually changed their entire future, because no one saw them in those moments to ask. And so I think asking is important. And then I think too, I've seen a lot of beautiful healing come from when someone is just believed. And like what you're saying, believed and seen and heard with no expectation attached to it. And I think, like what you said, it's those simple things sometimes that really help support a survivor. Of course, we know that housing and resources and the appropriate opportunities for them to have the life that they want are so important, but it's, you know, reminding people that it's the basic things too that can really support a survivor.
I think you're right. You know, actually, the one thing that I've wanted and have been looking for was, and I still haven't gotten it to this day, is somebody to just say sorry. But sometimes just a warm hug and a friendly reminder that, like, I'm here on your level too, like, is just important as what you're saying. Having a safe home, having a space to being able to talk to people, having those scholarship programs, having all of these things that you're doing every single day, and also just being there and being like, I'm your friend. Like the relationship that we have built, you don't understand how important that has been for me too. So thank you.
I'm sorry that you haven't heard that yet. I'm so sorry that all of this happened.
Oh, thank you.
Really, you are so brave. Well, I hope everyone was as moved to their core as I know I was during this conversation with Michelle. And I don't think that thank you really does justice in this space. it is a very deep honor that I hold dear for you to come and share. So thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Oh, yeah, you're welcome, and thank you for coming out and listening. That is always appreciated. So you guys have a wonderful evening, day, night. Thank you.
Thank you all so much, and know that none of this work is possible without people like you that are listening and watching and have given and are a part of the organization. We cannot continue to serve women like Michelle without having you walk with us. So thank you for being a part of tonight. I hope you continue to walk with us as we work to serve more and more women around the world.
Thank you, Michelle. We are so honored to have had the opportunity to get to know you and to work with you in continuing to spread awareness of human trafficking. This evening has been filled with such inspiration and hope, and I think I can speak for the entire Free for Life team when I say how grateful we all are to have such incredible partners and supporters. Before turning things over to Gabrielle, I would like to take an opportunity to share with you one final way to make a difference this evening. For the next 24 hours, we will be working toward our goal of reaching $20,000 in program support. We can only hit this goal with your help. $20,000 has the power to transform the trajectory of lives and change the stories of victims and survivors of human trafficking. By reaching this goal, we will be able to prevent the trafficking of 100 children, rescue 15 children from lives of sex or labor trafficking, cover the monthly expenses of 10 girls at our shelter in Thailand, and cover 2 survivor scholarships for a full semester. Reaching this goal will achieve all of that, but we need your support to get there. When you choose to give tonight, more women and children will have the opportunity to know life outside of being trafficked. I would like to challenge you to give the gift of freedom tonight and invite others to do the same. Thank you all for your support, generosity, and belief in this cause. We couldn't do it without you. I would now like to welcome Gabrielle to say a few words.
Thank you, Bridget. And thank you all of you for watching and being a part of our Liberation Now 2021 Gala. I hope you were able to experience how Free for Life has transformed lives, both here in our communities and around the globe. It is only through selfless generosity that our doors have remained open for 15 years, and that thousands of lives have been altered because of you. You are the reason for restored freedom, renewed hope, and generational change. It is my deepest honor to be in relationship with people like you who have a heart for this great need in the world, and to serve alongside the most beautiful survivors who have shown me the resilience and strength of the human spirit. But your trust and partnership in our mission is the reason why we can continue our not only necessary but life-changing programs. I ask that you help us continue this much-needed work for the next 15 years. We invite you to be a part of celebrating our anniversary by investing in us to prevent, rescue, and restore even more precious lives. Every gift makes a difference and is sacred to our mission. Please consider participating in the 24 hours of giving following our Liberation Now Gala, because every person deserves to be free for life. Please help ensure that we have the ability to make a difference in the lives of thousands for the next 15 years. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.
You're broken down and tired, living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find the fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out and move mountains and move mountains. And I'll rise like the day, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the waves, I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you. Silence isn't quiet, it feels like it's getting hard to breathe, and I know you feel like that.